This is the Museum of Vehicle Evolution. Located in Shepparton, Victoria, around 180 kilometres north of Melbourne, Move is home to classic, vintage and iconic cars. It also houses the Furphy Museum, Farron Bicycle Collection and a whole lot more. Let's take a look around. As you make your way around Move, there's some incredibly well restored vehicles on display throughout, like this 65 HD Holden sedan. This HZ Holden Sandman holds a special story. It was built in memory of local boy Luke McHugh, who passed away suddenly at just 18. His family have restored the Sandman in Luke's memory and have put it on display at Move. There's also a digital display as part of the exhibition, sharing the story and the restoration process of the HZ. I've added a link to that video in the description. It's definitely worth checking out. There's various displays that change throughout the year at the Museum of Vehicle Evolution, and on our visit had a display from the Porsche Car Club of Victoria. From new to historic and some race cars as well, it was quite a sight to see. There's just no way I could have walked past this gorgeous 63 Chevy Impala. Not only is it a great example of a restored 63, but the custom engraving detail throughout the front of the car just catches the eye. Throw in the hydraulics and custom paintwork and it really is one impressive bit of kit. If you're a little more adventurous, you'll find monsters like this V12 Jaguar hill climb car. Check out the dual rear tyres on each side. They're there to assist with traction for hill climb events. On the rear side is this Cord 810 Phaeton from 1936. It was the first American designed and built front-wheel drive car with independent front suspension. However, reliability problems including slipping out of gear left most of these unsold, and Cord actually stopped producing cars the following year. Some immaculate American imports like this Chevy Impala bubble top are also on display at Move, and one of the great things here is all the vehicles are up close so you can get a really good look. The Electromoke was built as part of a state government push for EVs back in the 80s. However, due to a change of government, the whole project ended up getting shelved. Although it is a great example of Australian engineering, it certainly wasn't cost effective, with the conversions almost doubling the cost of the Moke. Housed inside Move, the Garth Wallace Harley-Davidson collection is one like no other. It's made up from totally nude originals through to fully restored wonders, and it really was fun watching people's jaws drop as they had a look around. Just like this 1927 Harley-Davidson J. This one's fitted out with a sidecar and hasn't been touched since going into storage many years ago. It still sports its original factory paintwork and its registration tag from 1971. Although this old girl is still capable of running, her days on the road are now long behind. Another untouched gem inside the collection is this 1917 single-cylinder Harley. It was adopted for military use by the US in World War I and featured olive green paint just like this one. Producing a little under 4.5 horsepower, it has an oil-operated headlamp with the oil tank for the motorbike mounted at the centre of the handlebars. For a bike that's been to war, this one's fared pretty well. Truck enthusiasts, you certainly haven't been forgotten with the enormous Kenworth Truck Pavilion. From old to new, there's examples of great vehicles like this 1929 Chevrolet Fire Truck, still complete with all its original bells and whistles. There's other examples of older vehicles that we use locally within the fruit industry, and even a 1927 Chev pickup that used to belong to the IXL Jam Company. One of the most iconic vehicles within the truck display is the Ford L-Series. They were built by Ford from 1970 through to 1998 at the Kentucky Truck Plant, which gave rise to the nickname the Louisville Series. The L-Series were produced as both straight trucks and semi-tractors, going on to become one of the most popular truck series that Ford have ever produced. The Museum of Vehicle Evolution really does have everything. This 1970 Bedford stood out with its lime and cream interior, a real throwback to the early 70s. The exterior is a bold contrast with a bright red and stainless body. The museum also houses the Farron Bicycle Collection, Furphy Museum, Lowell Thomas Costume Collection, and a whole lot more. If you've got the chance, be sure to check out Move and have a look for yourself. I'd highly recommend it. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and subscribe. You can also check out our 1 minute classics for longer versions on some of the cars featured in this video and a whole lot more.